at me. And then we can move them as many times as you want. It's just a guess for here, or my opinion, you know what I mean? And this piercing really can be darn near anywhere on the nostril and still heal. Now you were saying hoop potentially?
Don't you think a hoop is something you would like?
Okay.
She won't give an honest answer right now. So I guess she'll wear whatever works.
Okay. Well, let me explain as we take this so you can take a look. Okay. So I put it.
Quit bothering him.
Go ahead and look in the mirror. Go ahead and look in the mirror.
I'm only kidding.
I put it there. See, I'm gonna set it in that little imaginary line. Now, a lot of people who go with hoops go more like down on the nostril. The reason is to get a hoop to go in that one, it has to be big enough to make it all the way down here. So it's kind of a big hoop. But then the other trade-off is that it doesn't really quite look right with a stud that far down on the nose.
I want the top.
Want the top one?
Okay, Steve.
And don't be afraid to speak up
I like
and
the
say,
top
hey,
one,
maybe
too.
can we move it some more or something, you know? How about this? Take a look at it without your glasses on, too. Make sure you still like it then.
And you can get the other side pierced later if you want a hoop too.
Yeah, you can always do that, or you can pierce. If
I've
you
seen
see,
people who have
you see the scars on my nose, how there's one right above the other one? What I did was I put the stud here, and then I put the hoop right below it, and it looked kind of nice because it was kind of like a single piece of
You want to go
jewelry,
see?
and
like
they
to
didn't
put
interact
shorts
with,
on or
they didn't
anything?
mess with each other at all.
Okay.
So if you decide later you like to do that, you know, that's always an option. Because you don't have to go on the other side just because this one's pierced. You can go.
Sure.
You can stick to one side. Okay. So.
David moved all that for me.
You might want to double check. I only just grabbed the one tray.
So I'm not poking you or anything. I'm just getting a measurement on where we want to bend this. Okay, you can take your glasses off now. And then look way, way, way up. Like even further, like ridiculously up.
We had been looking for your number for forever. And one day I said, Mom, I'm going to look through your wallet. And I'm like,
Old card.
and it was actually written on a receipt.
Oh, good.
So I'm like, yay.
I think one of the times we got it, we were going through the McDonald's drive-thru, and I asked somebody, because I really wanted my industrial done at that time, and so I was like, where'd you get your industrial done? And they're like, oh, Allison did it. And I was like who is that? Where's that at? And she's like, it's you pierced what? It's kind of a word of mouth thing. And
Yeah,
she gave
you
us
know.
the number.
And you should have remembered who it was. Well, you'd never been there for any of my piercings, had you?
No.
Actually, what it is I got back together with my baby daddy of the 19-year-old that just had a baby, and he wanted a housewife. So he shut me in and shut me off, and now I said, get the heck out. I'm going back to work. I was doing better without you. My daughter was doing better without him, so that's the truest testament. Okay, if you don't want to see the needle, don't look now, because it'll be sticking up over here. I like to warn people, because sometimes they're not quite ready, you know. I don't want to.
It's over so quick. You saw
Oh,
me.
yeah.
It's super fast. You can close your eyes now even if you want to.
So what does it cost to get your tongue pierced or your eyebrow pierced?
$50 even, and that
Okay.
includes the jewelry.
Okay. And then can you, like, for an industrial, can you pierce it but put separate barbells
Yep.
into heel? Okay.
Absolutely.
Katie's heard from people have said it's really hard to heal and they've had a lot of problems, and she really wants it and won't listen to.
It is a very hard piercing to heal. It's cartilage. Cartilage takes a year to heal, even when pierced perfectly.
Wow.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't realize that. I have this one here that I did when my daughter was 1 year old. She's now about to be 19. If I push on it too hard with the phone, it still hurts. So it's one that's always sensitive, and one end of the bar gets bumped, it's hitting both wounds, you know. So,
She's watching everything.
I know.
Intently.
Don't worry, I won't surprise you, okay? You can do it with two separate jewelries. The thing to keep in mind is that sometimes as things heal, they go out of whack.
Okay.
So it may heal out of whack, and then you have to put the bar through and kind of heal it back, if that makes sense. Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Would
sound
that
very
be
pleasant.
easier than healing it? one in the first go, or
If you went with a small enough jewelry, probably, just because it's, it's one of those things, but... All right, let me get this girl done before she has a nervous breakdown over here waiting on us. All right, so I'm going to stick a cork up your nose.
it just
This is
feels
the funny
funny.
part, yeah. And that's so I don't poke anywhere else in your nose but where I want to. So you don't even have to be worried about nothing like
You can
that.
squeeze my hand if you want.
Okay, so your job is to sit real still. And you'll be pierced before you even know it. No jerking. You're pierced.
You got
Okay.
your first piercing.
This is the most awkward part for a
Close
lot
your
of
eyes.
people. Some
No, she's
people
okay
think
now.
that's the most painful part. Okay.
She looks like she's breathing really hard.
You're not gonna pass out, are you? You gonna be one of those people?
I was almost one.
It just feels funny.
All right, you're pierced. You're in.
You got your
Stay
first
sit down.
piercing.
Don't stand up yet.
You're not a piercing virgin.
Stand up.
No, leave her alone. Stay sitting. He's
Says
just
the
trying to
boy
mess
who
with
had
you.
major issues getting his
He's messing
tattoo.
with
Was
you,
that
telling you to
silly?
sit.
I had.
Was that
two hands.
weird?
You want to turn it off now? Why are you gonna throw up or pass out?